So one team that I found interesting was the 1975 Chicago Bulls. People probably do know about Norman Lear, Jerry Sloan, Bob Love, that group of players. However, I feel like it is remembered like one of those pseudo contenders of the 70s. You know, a team that was deep in the playoffs yet never really contended. Perhaps you could compare them to the Indiana Pacers of the recent years. But they took the Warriors to 7 in the conference finals, lost a 3-2 lead while at it, and coach Dick Mata was furious afterwards, since this was one of the years where Howard Porter's huge contract sparked jealousy in the locker room, and Love and Van Leer set out the first few games. They got off to a rocky 3-7 start, and that's where they probably lost their shot at the home court advantage. So that's a team where I see a certain forgotten great team that could have swung the title if things had gone down differently.
Yeah, the Bulls were a really good team, and in fact, they should rightfully be known as one of the greatest teams to not make the NBA Finals in the history of that era. They were balanced. They had a really good starting five, and like you said, really the biggest problem that they had was that they had acquired a man named Howard Porter, whose contract was pretty outrageous at the time, and it upset the locker room, and so there were some holdouts. Although what Mott I think forgets about that run is, yeah, they started very poorly, but then they had a run. I want to say it was in February or so, where they lost, I don't know, 6 of 8 games, or they had a couple really bad stretches near the end of the year that they had Van Leer and they had Love active and healthy. And so I think looking back, Mata was frustrated. Mata was in a unique position in the 70s in that he was both coach and general manager. So he's responsible for their contracts and for coaching them, which was, I mean, it's a really difficult position for a coach when you're negotiating contracts, trying to get somebody to sign for a low deal, and then have to build them back up as a coach and tell them how great they are. And so I think that he kind of overlooks the fact that they played pretty poorly the last quarter of the season.